Hello there, this is Jenny McGarvey, and I am happy to share with you today the memory planning in my Me and My Big Ideas Happy Planner. This is the week of April 25th through May 1st. As you can see, that's the previous week, using a bunch of fun stickers and stamps, and also including the pocket protector like always. I am taking the page out that I'm going to work on first. I like to do that because then I can get the most smoothness so I don't have any bumps or lumps or anything like that when writing or stamping, because that can definitely cause a problem. It can make your pen kind of mess up, or absolutely a problem with stamping. So I did not want that, so I like to take the page out. Now, as you can see, I am flipping through all of my Happy Planner sticker books, which are really becoming a problem because I've torn pages out, they're all ripped up, all kinds of stuff. So I have a storage solution coming quite soon for that. Now, I am going to do what I do every week, which is plan with stickers and pens and things like that. Then I like to go back and embellish a little bit and also add some photos and just a teeny tiny bit of journaling. This is like Project Life meets my planner, where I call it memory planning. So I have decided to go with a gold and then like a soft pink coral type of color scheme for this week, partially because of that sticker that I just put down right there. I wanted to use the cleaning sticker, totally random, I know, and the only one I had left was gold. So I decided, hey, you know what, I haven't done gold for a while, so let's do that. And that's how the color scheme was born. And sometimes it is really genuinely that simple. I don't need to make this any more complicated than it needs to be. I want to enjoy the process. I want to enjoy my pages, and I want to get the project finished. If I obsess about something, which I'm not an obsessor by nature anyway, but if I were to be an obsessed about it, I wouldn't get it done. And having it done is better than worrying about small little details that don't matter. Now on the Happy Planner stickers, I like to use a Pilot permanent pen that I got off of Amazon. I just really like the tip of it and the way that it writes, but it's exactly the same thing as like a Sharpie ultrafine tip marker. It's not any different other than the tip is ever so slightly, it just writes a little bit differently, and I prefer it, but it's harder to get and it's a little bit more expensive. So absolutely the Sharpies are a fine way to go with these stickers. I am completely and totally in love with the latest releases of the stickers that came out when the teacher and the student planners came out. They're beautiful and they're super versatile. There's so many different stickers in there that are perfect for all kinds of different things, and including this stamp. Now I have this great idea to make a box using the arrow stamps. Okay, so you get the idea of what I'm doing there. The idea is really good. And I also was able to do it on a piece of scratch paper and able to execute it properly. Well, as you can see, I was not able to execute it properly. What you don't hear is that when I was doing this, I was quite upset about the way the box turned out. It looks terrible. It's awful. Let's be perfectly honest. So at the end, not in this video, but after the video, I just can't stand looking at it anymore. So I do end up covering that up with a bigger sticker because it looks awful. But the moral of the story is don't be afraid to try new things. Like I said, I tried on a piece of scratch paper before, and so I thought I could execute it properly, but I couldn't. But because it's a stamp, I can cover it up. It's not a big deal. I'm still really happy I tried. I really like the idea, so I will try it again and give it another go in the future because it's a really good idea. I like it. It really serves a purpose, and obviously then I could make a million of those boxes, no stickers necessary, so it's cool. Now I am trying to find new ways to notate things interesting, or interestingly, or however you would say that. I don't like them to be the same every week, and I don't like them to be the same every day throughout the week, so I do like to use new ways to notate the same types of things that happen every week and every day. And as you can see, I'm just always kind of looking for new ways without going crazy, because I don't want to do anything that's outrageous, and I don't want to do anything that's not natural, because like I said at the beginning, if I don't get this done, then that's worse than it looking a little bit boring to me, right? Now, one of the things that I like to do is sometimes cover up those headers, the morning, afternoon, evening headers, with a sticker, as you saw there on the Wednesday evening. It takes away the header. It gives a different sort of placement for my sticker, which is cool. And I really like the way that it looks for some reason. So you will see that I do that quite a bit through my different weeks of this project. Now I'm going to start working on the second half of the week, which, let's be honest, is the best half of the week since it contains Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And as I've said in previous videos, I really like the shaded colors, and so I find those to be fantastic. I'm not a huge fan of this particular color scheme, but that's okay, because you know what? Next month is likely to be much better, and it's really not that big of a deal. So I could absolutely cover it with some scrapbook paper or a whole lot of stickers or washi tape if I didn't like it that much. So it's cool. But I like the way that it looks with the white stickers. Since the stickers have white backgrounds, I like the way the color looks behind the white sticker backgrounds. So that's what I like about the weekends. Now, I like to use those teeny tiny little stickers right there as bullet points to kind of notate an event without having to use a full sticker or a stamp or something like that. It's just a cute, quick little way to make it stand out a little bit, which is great. Now it's fun to layer a couple of different things together, like you can see on that Friday afternoon slot, one of those little washi tape stickers, and then just a tiny little, I don't know, a third or a quarter of that box sticker. They go well together, they look cute. I love the black and white always. It always adds a ton of contrast and it looks good, but then those two look nice together. And so it's just a fun way to dress up something fairly ordinary and, I mean, a basic, boring little event box, but just something a little bit different. And like I said, I'm trying to find new ways to use some of the supplies so that every week doesn't look the same, because I'm not going to lie, when I flip through my album and my weeks are all different, I love it. It feels so diverse and different, and I'm really a big fan of that. I would not be as excited about this project, I don't think, if every week looked exactly the same. Now, let's be clear, I do some of the same things over and over again, but if I can incorporate a little tiny something new every week or every other week, then I feel really good about it. Now, who says you can't combine two stickers, right? So on the Saturday morning, using one of those event stickers, but then also adding one of the little stars in the circle, right? I mean, there's no reason I can't layer those two together. And if you've watched any of my other videos, I do like to do a little bit of the layering in the planner. I think you can find decorative ways to create really functional planning. So that's what I would consider what I'm doing right now, is just ultra functional planning. But adding a little layering of a couple of different stickers can make it decorative at the same time as it's functional. So you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You don't have to make it crazy, and you don't have to decorate with tons of decorative stickers or washi to make it still look really cute and really fun. Now again, like I mentioned from the first half of the week about layering or putting the sticker on top of those headers, so you'll see another example of that right there. I just really like the way that looks. It kind of makes the whole day have a little bit more fluidity because it's not broken up into three. It doesn't actually even look like it at all. You have more that it's broken up into two, and I just like the way that those look. They sort of feel a little bit more off kilter as opposed to the same, like the three different things, which are great. And let's be clear, I love that the days are broken up into thirds because it really, for me, works for my brain that way. But just adding this on certain days also acts really fun and makes it just look a little bit different, and they're not all exactly the same. Now that is the bulk of my functional planning, right? So now what I like to do is I like to go back and pick out my photos. Now I will have pre-printed my photos, some for the pocket page that we'll add, and then some to be trimmed down to go directly onto the pages. And I like to print those that go directly on the pages a little bit smaller so that they can fit to be trimmed within the boxes, or they fit in these spaces exactly as you would hope that they would. This is probably one of the most consuming projects, not time so much because obviously it doesn't actually take very long to print the photos, but the planning to make sure that they're all going to work and they're all going to fit and there is enough space and things are lined up well enough throughout the week, because I don't want to cluster all of them together or anything like that. I like them to be a little bit varied and a couple here and a couple there. And so that's probably one of, like I said, the most consuming parts of the week is planning the photo placement to make sure that all of the things are represented, but I'm not going overboard and not going crazy. And so that can definitely be a little bit, you have to have it be a little bit creative to add that, but it's really not crazy. I mean, really, honestly, it takes maybe 5 or 10 minutes total, so it's not like it's some huge process. I like to keep it simple and make sure that, again, I enjoy it and it's a lot of fun, because if it's not, then I'm not likely to do it. And if I'm not likely to do it, then it's not a successful project. And I'm not going to have this album to look back on the future. And I already know how much I love looking back at the year so far in this planner. So I am 100% sure that in years to come, I am going to absolutely love looking at this project. So once I have my photos for that particular side, then I also like to decorate. So again, as I've mentioned before, I don't go crazy. This is really very simple. Photos, a sticker or two, a little bit of washi, and that's really pretty much it. I started the year using some chipboard stickers. I don't use those any longer, not because I don't like them, because actually I love them, but they make this project super bulky, and it's already going to be a very, very fat little album at the end, and so I don't need to add dimensional embellishments to this. This will make it even bigger. And so I want to make sure that it all fits and it's not popping out of the rings or anything like that. And so that means not adding any dimensional embellishments. So that would be brads, that would be enamel dots, that would be chipboard, anything like that that has bulk, I'm not doing. It's kind of a bummer because most of the time those embellishments are super cute and I really love them and want to add them, but it's just not going to work for the spirit of what I'm trying to do. So I'm leaving it out this time. But it's okay, because since I'm still a traditional scrapbooker, I can add those things to my 12 by 12 pages and my mini albums with a perfectly okay thing. So it's not a big deal at all. Now, I am, like I said already, loving the sticker books. I love the new ones. I love the old ones. They're just really fun to use, and I like being able to add a couple of encouraging little quotes to the pages, in addition to just that they're cute, you know? They look great. They make my pages look great. See, look at that. I'm just a big fan. They turn out looking really nice. Now I have in mind something for the weekend, the evening spots, to put a little sticker right there, because I want to just add something. But you know how sometimes you have kind of something in mind, like you want a pink sticker, and you have to go through all of the stickers that you have and try to make it work and find one that works right where you want it. And I don't want it to be too big, because then you've got that sticker right above it. So I need it to be a little bit smaller, and I already have a circle photo, so I don't want a circle. So it's just kind of one of those things that you have to find the right thing, and sometimes that takes going through all of that you have to make it work. That washi tape is absolutely beautiful. That was in the latest release with the student and the teacher planners, and I love it. It's gorgeous. The colors are beautiful. The floral is beautiful. It's really a great washi tape, and I would absolutely buy it again and again. And it's just fun to use, really. Now, like I've mentioned in the past, I like to change things up. Did you know that about me? Anyway, so I don't like to take the washi tape all the way across the page every time, and I don't like to use the same one over and over again. I like to just change it up a little bit. It makes it a little bit more interesting, and it makes your eye linger a little bit longer than it would if I did that gold dot washi tape, say, all the way across the top. So the last thing I'm going to do is add a little bit of washi tape to right here. Now, as you can see, it's thicker than I need it to be. It covers up a little bit of the text. So I'm just going to take my X-Acto knife and I'm going to trim the edge, and then I'm going to trim along the top of that header box for the evening, and then I'm going to peel that extra strip of washi tape up. So it's really sort of custom now. Look at that. It's the width that I need, and I still get to use it, and it still looks gorgeous. So now the actual paper pages are finished. I'm done with those. I've added the photos, I've added the washi, I've added the stickers. I'm super happy with it. It turned out really cute. And now I am going to get out some page protectors so that I can add that into the center. Now I keep my extra page protectors in the back of the album. It helps me be able to quickly reference what I have left. It lets me look at the different things, and I don't even have to go hunting or find a different storage solution for them. So I am a big fan. Now I am using two 4x6 photo slots for this page protector this week. I am actually going to use one as a 4x6 and then two as two 3x4s and use my sewing machine to separate that 4x6 top slot. Now, I also have the Fuse tool by We Are Memory Keepers, and I could absolutely use that. I'm just more comfortable with my sewing machine. I prefer how it works for separating the page protectors. I know other people are absolutely all about the Fuse tool, and it definitely works, and it definitely does its job. So absolutely, that's an option as well. Now I'm going to look through different cards from the package page collections from the Happy Planner and see if I can find some cards that I want to use for this particular page protector for this particular week. Now, I'm not actually all that picky about it. I just like them to match color-wise and match theme-wise with what I'm doing, but I don't go too crazy with it. It doesn't have to be perfect. I prefer sort of a more loose approach, but in that first package I couldn't really find one that worked for me, so I needed to open up another package of ones that I hadn't used yet and see if I could make that one work for this particular page. Now I find one that has a vertical orientation, which I probably won't ever use in this particular project, and so I decided that I would see if it worked to cover it up with my photo, and it works perfectly, and it's gorgeous. I love it like that. However, I decided to not do it because it's so beautiful and it doesn't exactly match. And not that I'm totally matchy-matchy, because I'm not, but it might be better for a different page in the future. So for this one, I'm going to go with that black and white circle. And don't worry, it's not going to go right next to the one above it, so it's really not a big deal. Just adding one of those stickers from the Happy Planner sticker packs. I mean, again, you don't have to go crazy. You don't have to look outside of the embellishments that you already have for your planner to make this project work. As you can see there, I can journal. The background is cute. I have my photo, and these are not anything that I needed to reach for outside of my planner stash of stuff. This is just planner related items. So it doesn't always take something bigger than that for memory planning. You can still capture your memories in your planner pages with the products that you already have. So now that'll go on the front. And then on this card, which is also gorgeous, but I knew that I wasn't going to use it because I'm not doing a week in the life project this year, and I actually haven't in a couple of years, and I don't anticipate doing it next year. Though if I do, I'll find another card. It's not a big deal. There's always new products coming out all the time. So again, just another Happy Planner sticker just to notate the tiniest of details. I don't need to say a whole lot about it. And then I'm going to slide it right behind that other one for the back side. So as you can see, it's awesome that I can use cards that maybe weren't intended that way, but I can make them work for whatever I want to use them for, and it's really not a ton of effort. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to make it work. So now I'm going to go through all of the 3x4 cards and see if I can find some decorative ones that I'd like to use next to my photos, because I have one photo for each side of the page protector. Now, I find this peony one to be beautiful. I absolutely love it. It's gorgeous, but quite frankly, it's not one that I would normally find myself reaching for, but it works for this story, and so I figured I might as well give it a go because it works as well as anything else is going to work. And it's not like I foresee a whole lot of other options for using it in the future. Let's be clear. I'm sure there would be other opportunities to use it in the future. I'm just saying, it works for now, so why not try it out? Again, using just a little sticker from my Me and My Big Ideas, those Happy Planner sticker packs, not anything crazy, and just adding the tiniest bit of journaling. Now look at that. We are already onto the back side. We are already almost done and just getting so much closer to finishing up and just going to find a card that works. Now again, there's really so many different choices. We could absolutely go with all kinds of different things, but as soon as I come up across this card about the weekend, I knew it was perfect because these photos were absolutely our weekend, and so it really just felt right to include that. And then that's it. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video. I really do appreciate it. If you enjoyed it, would you please leave me a thumbs up? It lets me know that you enjoyed the video, and it also lets YouTube know what you like to see. Thank you so much, and make it a great day.